Match 47, Titanosaurus vs. Jaguar, by Eugene Tan.
Did he
Titanosaurus
get a
tan?
What?
Did he get a tan?
tan? Yeah, did Eugene get a tan?
Titanosaurus roared as he walked through the city of Beijing, crushing houses and smashing down buildings as he did. The colossal dinosaur grunted in confusion as he turned through the metropolis. The last thing he knew, he had been dormant at the bottom of the South China Sea before he was awoken by the sonar of a gigantic underwater thing.
It's just a thing.
Yeah. Now, Titanosaurus, a relic from the past, found himself lost in his own world, albeit one that had been consistently transformed over a period of 65 million years. Actually, that's scientifically inaccurate. It's 66 million years. 66 million years? Jeez.
Oh
Jeez,
my
Titanosaurus,
God,
get your back straight.
Titanosaurus noticed a pair of green flying objects swerving towards him. The dinosaur lunged at them in a temperamental anger, swatting one of the planes out of the sky in an explosion of fire. The second fighter jet launched a pair of missiles at the prehistoric monster, but the explosion only served to leave a charcoal stain on Titanosaurus' skin. The aquatic beast roared in unconstrained fury and knocked the remaining jet into a building with his fin tail. Suddenly, the dinosaur noticed another flying object approaching him. This one was smaller than the jets, but it seemed to be far more confident in its attack strategy. I'm kind of interested that he could make that out with a metal machine, but alright.
Titanosaurus likes us. He likes a monster with confidence.
It simply flew in a straight path towards him, unstopping. As the figure flew closer, its form began to show. It was humanoid, but its skin was definitely not organic. It also appeared to be getting bigger. It was probably due to a trick of the lights, or his old eyes, or probably the fact it was flying faster than he thought, or maybe it was really growing larger. In a matter of seconds, the being was nearly as large as Titanosaurus and effortlessly rammed into him at speeds of Mach 3.5, instantly bowling the huge dinosaur over. I think it's the first match where we have ever gotten a specified, mock stat flight thing.
Yeah. This is also the first match where Titanosaurus gets bold.
Jet Jaguar landed on its feet. The robot was the creation of great scientist Goro Ibuki, and its artificially intelligence programmed it to defend the Earth at all costs. However, his programming also gave him ingenuity and smarts, as well as general freedom, especially from the laws of physics. The robot deduced that this monster was probably not evil, but nonetheless was a great threat to Earth's security. Jet Jaguar would either immobilize or kill it at any cost.
Oh, the edge.
when those are your only two options, immobilize or kill. Titanosaurus struggled to his feet, grunting as...
Wait a minute. This is Jet Jaguar. He can talk to it.
Oh my gosh, you're totally right. Wouldn't that be creative?
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's Jet Jaguar's MO. Every time he sees a monster, he talks to it. Like, even when didn't Godzilla talk to? Didn't he even speak to Megalon?
I think he did. I do remember him doing something before he grew big. I do remember that. And then Megalon kind of laughed at him.
Kaiju, please stop saying grew big.
Fine, stood erect. Had he not been so confused and furious, his relatively intelligent mind may have been curious about the shiny being. However, Titanosaurus only felt anger, frustration, and some fear, actually.
So is Titanosaurus a sip?
The creature's eerie, fixated grin was somewhat eerie. Great use of eerie and twice eerie. So edgy.
That's
Nonetheless,
pretty
Titanosaurus let out a battle cry and, without wasting another second, charged forward, jaws first, at the shiny humanoid. Pass.
Jaguar was already prepared for such an attack. He waited for the dinosaur to come close before doing a couple of backflips, dodging his enemy's charge. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I'm pausing right there. That would be if I was in the city of Beijing and I looked up and I saw a giant dinosaur and then a giant metal man doing backflips through the city. At that point, I would just stop running and go home. I'd just be like, "That's it. I'm done. I've seen everything."
What home do you have left, though?
I mean, something's probably there. Titanosaurus stumbled in surprise and fell face first onto the Beijing Bird Nest Stadium, crushing the billion-dollar what is it? What is the Chinese currency? It's not $1 billion.
Billion Beijing structure.
It's not yen. It's something.
I said Beijing.
Oh, boo!
billion money.
$1 billion structure in his stumble. Jaguar would have sighed if he could. Kaiju had a little habit of smashing up national monuments.
Yeah, if we're talking about the People's the People's Republic of China currency, I think it's renminbi. Renminbi. I'm gonna post.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're in that stage. Getting another boring lesson from Gray Shot.
Hey, that was Kaiju X. I just made note that should be incorrect. That can't be dollar because we're in China.
Yes,
China.
I'll have to do
China.
more research.
The dinosaur was clearly national monuments that took years to build in a matter of seconds. Jaguar then got into his battle stance. The dinosaur was clearly strong, but he was rather slow, basing off what he had seen. Jaguar wasn't very strong, but he was fast and agile. He would exhaust his enemy before moving in for the kill.
Wait, let me interject something here. Jaguar's a robot. Objectively speaking, robots technically have an infinite supply of strength because they are machines. So,
I guess you could say the metal could, wear and like the machines.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, metal wears down and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure a punch from Jaguar would hurt like heck.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, his Metal Gear would give out.
Anyway, continue.
Titanosaurus swatted chunks of rubble off himself before analyzing the situation. This enemy was faster than he was, but was clearly physically weaker. He could use his superior size to intimidate his enemy with battle cries. Titanosaurus bellowed with an odd, gurgle-like cry, but Jaguar wasn't programmed to be afraid of such trivial displays.
Finally, someone that gets that Jaguar's a robot. Maybe except in the strength department, but whatever.
Again, Titanosaurus being a dinosaur is analyzing his opponent. But let's move on. Titanosaurus was getting sick intimidation. What? He was getting sick intimidation tactics.
Oh man, those must have been wild.
What is he, a kid from the early 2000s?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me say this
Mid-90s.
Titanosaurus turned his hat around as he was getting these sick intimidation tactics. Grabbed his skateboard and decided to storm towards his foe. But this time with more caution. Titanosaurus suddenly performed an incredible leap, landing in front of Jaguar, stunning the cyborg.
Oh.
Okay. Apparently, Jaguar, immune to cries, not immune to giant monsters landing in front of him saying sup.
Well, to be fair, it is Titanosaurus's roar.
Oh god, that is annoying. You're right. This foe could leap farther than his proportions would seem to allow. Before he could analyze the situation further, his enemy swiped him on the face with a fin tail, knocking Jaguar off his feet while shouting, "Nerd!" The cyborg quickly got back up and dodged a powerful swipe from Titanosaurus, only to get bitten in the shoulder by the creature's prehistoric jaws and forced to the ground by the monstrous animal.
What really should happen is Titanosaurus's teeth should shatter.
Yeah, I don't think it's stronger than steel. Titanosaurus was surprised. His enemy was definitely not covered in any ordinary skin. It was somewhat bitter tasting and strangely grinded upon contact. This material was unlike any he had ever seen or tasted. Nonetheless, he bit on it until the shiny nuisance delivered a good karate chop to his snout, forcing him to let go. literally was screaming,
Trying to think
"Hiya!"
I
Jet Jaguar then kicked his foe in the side, knocking his enemy aside before he somersaulted to the side. A lot of sides here. This time, he readied himself for any surprises this prehistoric beast could pull off. Titanosaurus got up, hurt, but not by much. The Saurian then pounced towards Jet Jaguar and attacked with animalistic viciousness, something that Jet Jaguar was not used to. Gigan and Megalon were both deadly adversaries, but they attacked methodically. No, they didn't. No, they didn't at all. Oh, God.
what the heck was
What was
that?
that?
I don't know, but that Mike agreed.
Who was it?
It was
making
GVZ,
that?
I think.
Oh, good job,
What?
GV. Good job.
What?
Good
I
job.
think.
Or should we say,
Thank you for interrupting Greyshot's boring monologue.
You're
Listen,
welcome.
I'm just saying, Megalon is not methodical, okay? He's the
No, he is
brute.
not.
Guy gets the brains.
Yeah.
Megalon's
This-
a dumbass.
Exactly. This form of attacking was insidious and chaotic. Titanosaurus swiped and snapped his prehistoric jaws at such speed that Jet Jaguar was beginning to have trouble dodging, even with his readiness for any incredible leaps his foe pulled off. He couldn't keep up his tactic much longer. The silver cyborg then delivered a good punch into Titanosaurus' chest, but the dinosaur merely took a few steps back. Titanosaurus was built to take physical blows, and a single punch wasn't going to take him down. His inventor already saw to that, apparently. He rubbed his stomach and prepared for his enemy's second assault. Pass.
Ooh.
I should note
"Get in,
that
Bob Bailey"?
I should note that it describes him as a silver cyborg. So is this the Randy Hernandez version we get to see in match 150?
Yeah, it's the sequel.
It's the prequel. The prequel sequel.
The two kaiju stared at each other in a standstill. The brief exchange of blows had proved they were in for a long confrontation. Titanosaurus had trouble hitting such an agile enemy, while Jet Jaguar's blows were not dealing much damage to his foe. The two opponents just gazed at each other for a few long minutes. "Kiss him, you fool." However, Jet Jaguar's human-like resourcefulness quickly took over, and he decided to take advantage of this whole staring contest. So he cheated. Suddenly, a brilliant flash of light emanated from the robot's eyes, piercing into his enemies. So he did cheat. You son of a bitch, Jet Jaguar. The prehistoric titan gurgled out a squeal of excruciating pain as the lights flashed him straight on, causing his primitive eyes temporary blindness. Even the simple flash of light felt like a cutting laser. Having lost his most important sense, Titanosaurus was unable to react as his foe ran in, kicking and bashing the aquatic beast with his robotic limbs. Jet Jaguar's blows, oh my, weren't particularly strong, but they came in great number. And soon the dinosaur was struggling to the ground as Jet Jaguar dealt blow after 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 blow. The Titan was very resilient, but then again, there were only so many stones an elephant can take.
What?
What?
I do not think I've ever
Is that
heard
a
that
saying?
saying before.
It's weird.
There are only so many stones an elephant can take.
I don't think either of them are elephants.
Boy, I think
Well-
that saying is the one that broke the camel's back.
Yes.
Guys,
Well-
guys, I think we should address the elephant in the room.
Well,
More like the
Titanosaurus
elephant
kinda
in the
sounds like
match.
an
What's it
elephant.
doing here? Do you realize that
Titanosaurus-
elephants naturally resided in Beijing? Anyway.
Well, Titanosaurus kind of sounds like an elephant.
Look.
An elephant being strangled, mind you.
Yeah.
The robot stepped on Titanosaurus' tail and punched the dinosaur on the stomach. Shouldn't be in the stomach.
Yeah, probably in the stomach.
Yeah. This new enemy sure could take hits. That was very necessary. Nonetheless, Jet Jaguar wasn't going to lose this offensive advantage easily. He targeted the Kaiju's limbs first, strategically delivering a few well-placed punches onto them and succeeded in breaking his foe's right arm with a volley of blows onto the shoulder and wrist. Jet Jaguar's dick.
Jeez.
Jet Jaguar was indifferent to his enemy's roar of agony and his writhing, numb body as he reached for the other arm. The robot realized he had to act fast, though. Titanosaurus's sight could well recover soon. He had to deal with as much damage as possible by then. However, Titanosaurus was already coming up with a plan of his own. The Saurian Kaiju performed a couple of side rolls, blindly crashing into a few buildings in the process. As Jet Jaguar made his way towards him, the organic monster suddenly sent his tail sweeping side to side, causing a powerful hurricane that instantly blew the surprised Jet Jaguar off his feet. So you could say he rocked him like a hurricane. Titanosaurus swiftly got to his feet, albeit with some difficulty due to the abuse that Jet Jaguar had dealt his limbs. He swept his tail side to side again, trying to buy himself more time to fully regain his composure. Jet Jaguar, however, was too resourceful for his own good, avoiding the powerful hurricanes by ducking behind buildings, crouching, and other amusing tactics. Those tactics are very amusing, by the way. By the time he was ready to confront Titanosaurus once more, the Saurian was back in action, in a battle pose vaguely resembling that of Taekwondo. Jet Jaguar somersaulted his bow.
Hey, you read
Oh.
way too many, pal.
Oh, we have
Oh,
5
I'm sorry.
paragraphs left.
Yeah, 5
Alright,
paragraphs and you got 4, remember? So yeah, this
Okay.
is his last.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Stealing
okay.
an extra. Way to go. No, that's
Okay. How about for Nagoda, you could do, like, I don't know, the first 2 or 3, and I'll do the last 2 or 3.
That works.
I can do the long paragraph.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was reading too much.
I didn't
I
realize it,
Oh,
but don't worry.
I thought we all got
Sorry,
5.
doesn't cut it, boy.
I thought we all got 5.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think it was a certain guy in green that messed it up. Great shot.
All right, Nagoda, your go.
Alright.
You
Jet
could take the
Jaguar
next
summer
2. Yeah, Nagoda, you could take the next 2, and then Alex gets to finish it off.
Alright. Jet Jaguar somersaulted at his foe, and Titanosaurus, as if in response, did an incredible leap into the air. As the two foes prepared to collide, Jet Jaguar landed a kick right on Titanosaurus's neck, busting a couple veins, causing a burst of blood to emerge from his foe's fang-filled mouth. In reply, Titanosaurus landed his own kick into Jet Jaguar's head and sent the cyborg flying across the city. Titanosaurus landed clumsily on his back, and blood still trickled down from his mouth, but otherwise he was satisfied. Jet Jaguar laid against a skyscraper roughly 500 meters away, lying still with his head cocked to the side. Apparently, the head was fine spot to strike. That does not sound right. As the shiny thing seemed unable to see now. Titanosaurus roared in indignance at this pest who had wounded him so badly, and even broken his right arm. However, their grudge would end now. Jet Jaguar struggled weakly. His enemy's kick was incomprehensibly strong, far stronger than his swipes or bites. This creature was really surprising, peculiar even. Pity Jet Jaguar wasn't going to receive any more surprises, as he felt a pair of jaws sink into his leg and lift him 200 feet into the air, and smash him onto the ground again and again and again and again and again.
So wait, it was
And
feet,
again.
not miles?
This time it's feet.
Alrighty, time to finish this up.
Meanwhile, a good distance away, a man in a suit watched the battle come to a close. Jet Jaguar had been defeated, but it mattered little. What a dick! Both Goro, Ibuki, and Jet Jaguar were tools of the Anti-Mega Losses Force. Okay, I don't know what the hell that is, but it sounds.
I think that's
incredibly
supposed to be
fan-fictiony.
the. I think that's a weird alternate name I've heard for the Anti-Megalosaurus Force from the Kiru films. Yeah, I've
But
seen
yeah,
other versions that call them Megalossus for whatever reason. I think that's just a mistranslation. So.
Yeah, it sounds like something from a bad Oh, or rather, the government. This tool had been destroyed, but they would soon have another. He turned to a helmeted officer. Oh, cool, a stormtrooper on his right, who gave him a nervous nod. Arr, we only got a small uncontaminated sample of the monster's blood. The rest of it was filthy. Oi, it will do. Tell your men to send it back to the lab ASAP. Oh, and one more thing. Remember to put it between the Godzilla and Rodan samples. Arrgh. Winner, Titanosaurus.
That accent.
And then you just hear,
Yeah. Well, I mean, for one, the banner's inaccurate. It's kind of plain. Titanosaurus looks good. Jaguars, but it's very inaccurate.
Yeah, wait.
I kind of have to disagree.
Yeah, Stephanie
Looks
Hughes.
generic,
Way
too.
to fail. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! But I mean, unless that's supposed to be the ruins of Beijing, but last I recall, I don't think Jaguar Titano have the ability to level Beijing like that. So.
unless Jet Jaguar really is a dick.
I mean, this might have worked if this was like maybe, I don't know, 5,000 years ago, maybe, or like, probably like 2,000 actually wouldn't be. Nah, actually, like, yeah, like probably like 4,000 years ago, I could see it. Like, when no human structures at all. Listen,
Totally.
I'm a history major. Fun fact: China was one of the first places of civilization. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
China.
Yes.
I'm sure. China.
Boring facts from Gray Shot 151. That's this segment.
Hey. Well, if you want to hear about their excellent naval trade or their interesting political structure, you could just message me because, this stuff is interesting and not boring.
Nobody cares. Hashtag nobody cares.
Does. I
it's
care.
And it's this line of ignorance that will create more ignorance, and we will never achieve true peace. Anyway. But yeah, overall, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't mean to be offensive when I say this, but I do feel like this match kind of matches alongside the likes of a early Tom or Christian match. Like, it's not bad per se, but it's just kind of like it is just kind of like the two fight, and that's really about it. I mean, it's like. It's not too much to it, and story-wise, it's got something coming at the end with the whole DNA sampling thing, but not sure if that's going to go anywhere, to be honest. I don't think it does, or maybe it does, and I don't know. We'll just have to see. But yeah, the match, I mean, unfortunately, I can't really say it had anything that really stuck out to me, but at the same time, it is decent. Like, maybe the only thing I could probably think of is the eye beaming part when Jaguar cheated in the staring contest, technically. Because, I mean, that's an ability that's used so rarely, it kind of sticks out to me.
Yeah, I can't believe he didn't use the nitro, the
Right. It's not like that. It's not like that existed in this day.
Touche.
But
the last thing I'll note is the ending is kind of it's supposed to be leading to something else, but nothing ever comes up. It's like it's like a movie series that just has one movie, and it's just
I think to be fair, there are more Eugene Tan matches later down the line, so this could be a first.
It's like the person who's overseeing. That's not the cliffhanger. I'll do nothing.
Right. Yeah, that could be just it. We could be looking at the first of a series of matches, Or again, this could be just the thing where they ended it on a mysterious note because they wanted to. And I mean, there's no problem with that. Like I know I've done that. Like the Jaguar match I wrote. 153, like, that ended with a rather, kind of like ambiguous, oh, what's going to happen ending sort of
Or
thing.
I don't know. What about with Black Moth and Orochi?
Exactly.
Maybe you should get on your ass and start writing the sequel.
Great shot. Maybe you should get off your ass and be a better leader.
Hey now, my match is still coming out. My big finale is still in process.
Oh
okay?
God, is that code for terrible?
No, it's code for best. It's going to be the best. I'm calling it now. It's going to be the best ending to a trilogy we have in the KWC. And we only have one other, so I feel pretty confident.
Great shot, because after 164, I don't think I could handle another one of your matches.
It was too much.
I've had plenty of matches out. I've had, what, three matches out
Great
after?
shot. Those don't exist because I try to repress those.
Hey, those are good. They're good. Hey,
Well,
check the KWC awards. I have the people on my side.
Well, anyway,
they're just being nice. They pity you.
Alex, what did you think of the match? Like this one, 47.
Banner was generic, and to be honest, the match was kind of generic too. It was really nothing special. It was just kind of a. That's kind of my thoughts on it.
All right, Joe, your thoughts?
It was alright. I thought it was alright. Like Alex said, it was pretty generic. And I hope we get a sequel to this match that explains the whole Godzilla and Rodan samples.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But other than
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was pretty okay.
Nagoda, thoughts?
I would say it was pretty okay.
I would give it a solid meh out of 10.
Meh 10.
One thing I'd like to pull up is how Jet Jaguar would have sighed, because as he brought up how every time a kaiju attacked, they destroyed national monuments.
Also, another thought:
If this match was released, made way later during your rule, Gray Shot, Jet Jaguar would have won.
What? Jet Jaguar doesn't always win in my matches. Crystallized.
No, I was referring.
He's
I was referring to
the mentality towards Jet Jaguar, like early
The
days
new age.
everyone hated him, and nowadays people love him, sort of thing.
You know what should have happened?
What?
Jet Jaguar should have been the medical Jet Jaguar, and he should have beat up Titanosaurus and then bandaged him back up, and then beat him up again, then bandaged him up again.
or
firefighter Jet Jaguar, set him on fire and then cool him down.
We need them in the KWC.
Or police officer Jet Jaguar comes over, stuns him, and keeps yelling, "Stop resisting!
Oh
Stop
my
resisting!"
goodness!
Titanosaurus' life matters.
Oh jeez. Topical. Anyway. But yeah, that was match 47, and we'll see you guys, ladies and gentlemen, next time for match 48. Until then,
Stop leaving me with him.